What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the That's So Super podcast. I'm your host, Star, and we always chilling, we vibing, we always having a good time here. So thank you guys for coming out and listening to the podcast. Before we get started, I'd like to shout out to all my sponsors that I don't got. Again, Shure Mic, Logitech, CyberPower PC, all of these equipment that I'm using that's allowing me to produce this podcast to give you guys, a little bit of entertainment. I don't know if it's like good entertainment or whatever, but you guys are here, you guys are listening, so thank you guys for that. Today is an episode about friendship, and it's called The Power of Friendship. Today we're going to be discussing the impact that friends can have on our lives and why it is so important to cultivate strong, meaningful relationships. So the importance of friendships, man, having friends is an essential part of our lives, providing us with support, love, and laughter. Friendships can shape our personality, beliefs, and values, and they can have a profound impact on our happiness and overall well-being. And let me tell you guys something. I know a lot of people will probably say that, that's what your family's for. I mean, yeah, that is what your family's for, but that's also what your friends are for. That's what a relationship is, as a friendship. It's like your family outside of your family. And tell me if I'm wrong. Like I've had so many different friends all over the world, actually. I've met so much people and I'm proud to call them my friends, but I've had so many different friends that helped me, with my overall well-being, my happiness, the impact that they have on my life in many different ways that, it's never too much. You know what I mean? Like that saying that people always say, right? The more the merrier. I mean, in certain situations, the more the merrier might be too much, but you could never have enough love from people, if that makes sense, right? But the benefits of friendships, man, friendships bring so many positive things into our lives, such as emotional support, someone to confide in, and shared experiences. Research has shown that having close friends can help reduce stress, improve our mental health, and increase our overall happiness. And I could totally agree with that, especially with the shared experiences. I mean, yeah, you live with your family, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, uncles, cousins, and your parents. Like it's a totally different, I guess, vibe that you get with your family compared to what you get with your friends. Say, for example, right, you have like something going on with your family and you can't or you won't necessarily talk to your own family about it because they're going through the same thing in the same situation. Like I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's one thing that to talk to your families about that, right? Compared to talking to your friends about it because they might be going through something similar or even the same thing. It's just easier to talk to somebody else that's not a part of your family that could relate to you and share that, I guess, that burden that you're holding on your heart or in your mind or, emotionally, that you guys can help each other work through that. It's I don't know. It might be weird for me to be saying that, but at the same time it's I don't know. I don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying. If you guys don't, then I apologize, but it's just one thing that getting comfort from your family is totally different from getting comfort from your friends. And like I said, it's your family outside of your family. Sometimes you don't want to tell your families everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I don't want to tell my family everything, not all the time at least. But like with my friends, my true friends that I trust and we built that relationship, I do want to tell them that, you know what I mean? I want to get their feedback. I want to get them to tell me straight up like if I'm being too overboard about certain things or I'm not putting enough effort or something. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. But like what I said earlier, I've made a lot of friends around the world, different countries, different states of America, whatever you want to say. But making new friends has been I don't want to say easy for me, but it's been comforting for me to do that, if that makes sense. But making new friends can be a challenge, especially as we get older. But it's never too late to start. Trust me, it is never too late to start making friends. Joining clubs or groups that align with their interests, volunteering, or taking classes are just a few ways to meet new people. You walk by at the store or whatever, like you're standing in the grocery line, to pay for your groceries, and somebody in front of you or behind you, or just if you just say hi, or even if you just say hi, you don't have to be that person's friend. Like meeting new people is a challenge, and I get that for a lot of people, but trust me, if you kind of just come out of your comfort zone, you're going to realize that there's more nice people out there than you realize. It is important to put yourself out there and be open to new experiences and relationships, because you never know. You never know when you might meet, the next person that might change the world. You know what I mean? You might cure cancer. I don't know, but you never know. You might meet your best friend that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. That buddy of yours that you're gonna barbecue with at your house. You're gonna have them come over. You're gonna have your spouses meet or your kids meet, and you know what I mean. Just you never know if that's gonna be that person. I mean, if you already have one, then great. You never know if you might have another one. And then you might link all your other friends together and you guys just become one big happy family outside of your blood family. So you just never know, right? And I get it. It's scary. It's challenging. For me, for my personal experience, it's definitely helped me out for sure. So take that chance. Like what Mike Jordan said, right? You miss the shots that you don't take. Once you make new friends and you meet new friends and new friends and new friends, it's I tell you what though, maintaining that friendship is hard. And that friendship is just like any other relationship. It's hard to maintain. It's hard to keep that balance. It's hard to, be that, I don't know, that better person, whether times get tough or you guys have a disagreement or whatever. It's hard to maintain the friendship because sometimes people change. Sometimes people go their separate ways, and it is what it is at that point. Maintaining friendships takes an effort and communication, just like any other relationship. Communication is key, right? Regularly reaching out, making time for each other, and being there for each other during both good and bad times are all ways to strengthen your friendship. It is important to be understanding, honest, and supportive of each other, and to work through any challenges that may arise. It's just like any other relationship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, your relationship with your siblings, your cousins, your family members, your parents. It's all about communication because you never know what somebody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know until you talk it out because a lot of times we assume things, right? And assuming, I like to say it's kind of a bad thing because you don't want to assume something and then it's totally different than what you assumed. And if you do assume something, it might make you frustrated, it might make you mad, it might make you upset. But in reality, they weren't thinking that way. So you got all upset, you got all mad for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So communication is key, guys, in any relationship. As we get to the end of this podcast, I just wanted to talk on friendships and relationships because I feel like that's been a big, important part of my life. But that's it for this week's episode on the power of friendships. I hope you learned something new about the impact that friends can have on our lives and how important it is to nurture and maintain our friendships. So join me next week when I dive deeper into another subject that may be interest of me or you. And, I appreciate you guys listening in. If you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you guys so much. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button so that you guys are never out of the loop whenever a new episode posts. All right. If you guys are on Spotify, I appreciate you guys. And please do me a favor, rate my podcast out of 5. It don't matter what rating, give me feedback or whatnot. And, help me make this a better experience for you guys as well as for me. Right. So without further ado, guys, we're going to end this show and I'll catch you guys on the next one.